Hello, yes, great and glorious Nick Dutch here yet again. Very quickly, I've just watched a video which is by the wonderful D.Y. Boulay 2, which is spelled D.Y. in capitals with a capital B, O-U-L-E-T, and a figure 2 afterwards. And the subject is, of course, scrying on the Astral. Scrying is itself, like in this particular form, is like an imaginary journey which you're doing in a very deep meditative state which you have trained yourself to reach after a long time, using meditation CDs, mind machines, mantra, God knows what else, and it can take a bit of time to perfect. One thing that hasn't really been mentioned is the fact is that there does seem to be a change in brainwave frequency when you're doing meditations to either go up or meditations to go down. And I've detected this in the sensations that I've experienced, and then through academic research I've discovered that when you're getting the slightly euphoric feeling of flight or floating, that is often a gamma brainwave frequency, very high frequency, over 30 cycles per second. So it is probable that you are in a state of hemispheric synchronization with your brainwave activity, increasing the frequency of resonation of your brain in accordance with your visualization. When I'm visualizing myself going down, the state of mind is very different. It feels slower, heavier, more primitive, for want of a better word, which would suggest that the brainwave frequencies I'm moving in would be lower theta or delta, which would also suggest why I would get some of the other emotions of maybe anger, or maybe in my imaginary vision I would be dealing with certain apparent entities of a violent nature, which would be part of my own resentment which I'm meeting in this particular experience. So yeah, there's more to it than just thinking, oh right, I'm going to visualize a flame so I can go up, or I can visualize a cup so I can then go down. And you can use any different device to be able to do these things. Bearing in mind that brainwave frequency changes do occur depending upon what your visualization is. Naturally, I'm not recommending this stuff to anyone who's got epilepsy or any other form of seizure complaint. However, it's a fun exercise to do. We call it a developmental exercise because it can train you in visualization, it can train you in concentration, that state of tranquil focus that you need to be able to achieve other things. Naturally, when you're doing any form of ritual, it's just like an active, moving version of the same thing. So it's like a kind of a training exercise you can do when you're sitting still and you're being quiet, basically. As far as can you get any real sensory results from this, or extrasensory results from this, the real phrase which sticks in my mind comes from Aleister Crowley when he said the time to test that is later on. So you just see what you can see, you make mental notes of it, you write them down, and then you investigate the things you're going to go and see, whether it was through externalizing the phantom outside of the body, or whether it was through extending the cable out to your forehead, or whether it was leaving the top of your head or sinking down into the depths. And because there's a possibility you could be moving in the physical world, or through physical space in the astral form, as well as through imaginary stroke astral planes, so to speak. Whether these are, of course, real planes or whether they're false planes, it's difficult for anyone to be able to say. However, once in a while, if there's, let's say, two practitioners who have the same model of the world, the same symbology, they can, or seem to be able to at times, meet in a certain place of an imaginary nature, a plane, and then to be able to interact with each other in some manner when both in meditation at the same time. This is something I've experienced before, and it was rather peculiar, as all of this stuff naturally is. It's not the kind of thing you normally experience when you're living in your, 5 cents type life. But never mind. just wanted to throw a bit of flesh on the bones. And also DY Boué too. I'd also like to congratulate you on your voice. You come over very, very mysterious and well read. So I'm looking forward to many more of your videos soon. Bye for now.